Welcome to Easy Mathematics and a new video. Today we discuss the power reduction formulas for the sine and the cosine. These are these two in the red box. Sine squared of x is 1/2 1 minus cosine 2x, and cosine squared of x is 1/2 times 1 plus cosine 2x. And what I want to do is we want to prove them in the first way, an algebraic proof. The second way is a graphical proof if it has to go faster and you have no time to make an algebraic proof. And then the last one is a shortcut, how to remember them in a nice way. And we assume for this video the addition formula for the cosine, or cosine of x plus y is cosine x plus cosine y minus sine x times sine y. And therefore the special case, if y equals x, we have cosine of 2x is cosine squared minus sine squared. And we assume we know the trigonometric Pythagorean theorem, cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. Okay, so we will not prove this. I want to take care of the power reduction formulas, and I want to show three ways. So the first way is the algebraic proof, and yeah, as you can guess, we will use these two equations. So algebraic proof. So the first equation, cosine squared of x plus sine squared of x equals 1. And the second equation is cosine squared of x minus sine squared of x is cosine of 2x. Yeah, and now we play with these equations. If we add them up, so 1 plus 2, this will give us 2 cosine squared of x plus sine squared minus sine squared cancels out, and here we are left with 1 plus cosine 2x, and therefore if we divide by 2, you see we get this result. Okay? Like that. Then for the second equation, yeah, we subtract them. 1 minus 2. Therefore we get, so the cosine cancels out, cosine squared minus cosine squared gives 0. Sine squared minus sine squared is 2 times sine squared. And 1 minus cosine of 2x. Yeah, now we divide again by 2 and we get this equation. Okay? So this is the algebraic proof. Very nice. So I clean up the board and then we come to the graphical proof. So now we want to discuss a graphical proof for these two power reduction formulas. And this is a nice method if you need these formulas and you can't remember which one is minus, which one is plus. It's a nice method. And yeah, I will show the sine squared, and you can try the cosine squared by yourself. It's quite similar. So we start with a coordinate system. And we put a sine. Here is 2 pi, here is pi. And if we square it, so this is the sine. If we square it, we get something like this. As well, square is always positive, and sine is between minus 1 and 1, so the square is between 0 and 1. Alright? Okay? And now if you take a close look, this red line, the sine squared, if we put a new coordinate system in the middle at 1/2, then this looks like a negative cosine. Yeah? If this is our new zero, we have a minus cosine here, and therefore the sine squared of x, we get a minus cosine, and there are two waves, therefore 2x. The magnitude is not 1, it's 1/2, and in comparison to the negative cosine, which starts here, this whole thing is shifted by 1. Alright, so the negative cosine starts at -1, and here it starts at 0, so we shift it 1 above the y-axis. Yeah, and the magnitude or the amplitude is 1/2. This is a very nice method in my opinion if you need to recognize this formula. If you have done this a couple of times, it's very simple. Yeah, please pause the video and try this graphical proof with the cosine squared. And now the last proof is the shortcut. Yeah, the shortcut is how, if you know about the 1/2 and the cosine 2x, how we can recognize the sign, here the plus or the minus, and let's write it down for the last time. Also how we can recognize here the sign, which one is plus, which one is minus, and yeah, you can do it like in following way. You know that sine of 0 is 0, and the same holds for sine squared of 0, and therefore if we plug in a 0 and we want to get a 0, there is a 1, so the cosine of 0 is 1 and it becomes 0 with a negative sign. And like similar, the cosine of 0 is 1, so the squared, cosine squared of 0 is 1. And how we get a 1 here? We get a 1 here, there is a 1/2, if we have another 1/2, so if this becomes a 1 and this becomes a 1, in summary, if we add them, we do it in a red. Okay, this is like a very nice way of recognizing this formula. If you know the structure with the 1/2 and the cosine 2x in both formulas, you get the sign with this simple idea. And therefore our third proof is done. Alright, so I hope you like this video. I hope it's useful for you. See you next time.